YouTubers, what's up? It's your boy Hamlet, and we're bringing you another live edition. Uh, right now, we are in Queens, kind of like by Astoria. What do you call it? Roosevelt, by the 7 line. All right. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and mash the subscribe button, mash the mash the subscribe button, mash the like button, or mash the dislike button, whatever you want to do, whatever you're feeling like doing today. All right. Today we're just walking. I had a delivery in Queens, and I'm walking back to the truck. You know, I had to go get me some good food, some bacon, egg, and cheese before I left out of here and picked up on the island. But anyways, this video is commented. Um, Drivers without a job, the worst thing I had to do. This is gonna be some real shit of the shit I had to do. Oh, and sorry about the train. Let's see what we got. We got a comment here. We got Red Duchess, first one in the house. What's up, girl? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Well, I ain't trying to get run over right now, but this is gonna be some real shit right here. This little video. This video is pretty much like what I wanted to talk about when I had shut down the company and like shit I had to go through. And yeah, so I'm gonna switch the camera around. I'm gonna give you guys some scenery, some new shit to look. That's my truck over there parked. We're underneath the train, and yeah, we're in pretty much Queens right now. So anyways, let's see the comments what we got here. As your boy Rich in the house. What's up, brother? Good morning. Aussie in the chat. We got Roderick Jones. I guess you from Australia. Pleasant good morning. You from Leroy Diaz. Anyways, we're gonna get back up in the truck before this train comes again, and we're gonna be talking about the real shit. All right. Oh shit, they're already done unloading me. Okay. Alright, so I went to go get a bacon, egg, and cheese while these dudes unloaded me, and they're already done, so that's pretty good. We just knock out this little live feed out. So anyways, folks, yeah, the worst thing I had to do, man, was, you know, when I decided that, like, I was gonna shut the shit down because of, you know, said so reasons or whatnot, you know, you start thinking in your mind like, the fuck am I gonna do? Like, what I'm gonna tell the drivers? Like, the fuck, you know? And like, I had this one guy working for me for quite a while, almost a year almost, and this other guy's working for me for about 3 months. Another one for about 5 months on and off, and that shit was the hardest. That shit was the hardest thing to do, trying to figure out, like, you know, what I'm about to tell these folks, you know, like, you know, and how they're gonna take it. When the hell should I be saying it to them, you know, and all of that, you know. It was the worst, you know. It's kind of funny because reading, right, like, for those of you guys that are on Facebook, you know, reading those comments that are comments, reading these threads that, like, these companies that had, like, went out of business, companies that went out of business and let go of their drivers, and huge companies, you know, 100+ trucks, 500 trucks or whatever, and, you know, the drivers without a job, and then you start reading the comments and people say, oh, they should keep their truck, blah blah blah, this, that, the third. And it's kind of funny because I felt like the shoe kind of fit, you know. So in a way, I was feeling some kind of way when I was reading these comments, and you know, I was just kind of lost, and really, like, what a lot of people were saying about it, you know, and it really hit home. But anyways, I guess what I wanted to say was, like, the worst shit I had to do was, you know, telling the drivers, like, that what was gonna happen. But anyways, the way it did transpire was essentially I was only able to tell one driver, really. like that I trusted. I was able to tow two, actually, two drivers before I got the truck in my hands. And I know a lot of people are gonna feel like a certain kind of way about this, like, you know, they should you should tell the drivers, you know, so that they can get a job before the company shuts down. But like, you know, when you're kind of running an over the road operation, you know, coming like from CEO standpoint, or like guy that running the business or whatever, got trucks out on the road, um, especially when you own them, right? And not like the bank owns them or anything like that. Like, one of the things I was trying to like minimize, I guess, was like catastrophe, if you want to call it that. Like, or not, I don't know, exposure, or whatever, you know, because, you know, you tell somebody like, hey, we shutting down, you know, and somebody that's probably been working there for X amount of time, or even 1 month or whatever, you know, they're gonna feel some kind of way, like, you know, they wasted their time. You know, it's like an emotional, it's like an emotional breakup, you know. You know, everybody's gonna be, you know, bitter about it. Ain't nobody gonna take it like, oh, okay, like, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's gonna be very few people that are gonna take that shit like that. You know, whatever. Man, we are fucking, excuse my language, but we are dropping the connection like crazy. So anyways, I was just trying to minimize like that exposure or that risk or whatever. And I figured like I shouldn't tell nobody really until I get that truck in my hands. And, you know, just kind of put yourself in the in that in your in my shoes, or in, you know, how would you shut down your company? You know what I mean? Like, you had to make sure that, you know, you had X amount of money to firstly what, to pay off all the drivers, right? And then, and to pay like the admin people, and to, you know, make sure like the books is good and all that, you know. So you kind of have to find, okay, when is the right time to pull out, you know what I'm saying? And when is the best time to try to get these trucks from drivers? Are we going to tell the drivers, you know, are we going to send a blast email or a blast text message to everybody, you know? Because, you know, things are going to go one way or the other way, you know? And I felt like the way things went, you know, I didn't tell the drivers really. I was, like I said, I only told two of the drivers ahead of time. And really, that was only like a week ahead of time. And I said, look, man, like, it is what it is. And the only reason I told him, because I knew, like, he kind of, like, I knew that he was a kind of a cool cat, you know, and like, he wasn't gonna take it like crazy, you know. And I say, look, like, you know, the first thing that came to their mind was like, you know, hey, am I getting paid? Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, you know, you shutting down is all right, like, no problem, but like, what about my pay, you know? And that was like one of the first things that like anybody would be concerned, especially, you know, when you're shutting down, when you're closing the doors, you know. And I said, no, look, you know, this is what we're gonna have planned. You know, once you leave Texas or whatever, you know, you deliver this load here. We're gonna have you pick up. We're gonna have you drop the trailer over here and return it to fucking lease company. And I just need you to bobtail back to Ohio. And from there, you know, I got you your plane ticket to back to your house. You know, and I'll shut it, and I, you know, I'll send you back on your way or whatever. And I really was only able to do that, you know, like I said, to two people. Um, the other person, I didn't tell them until actually I got my truck in my hands, you know. And that sucked, fucking doing that. But, you know, it is what it is. You kind of got to roll the dice, because, you know, some people are going to just take it a wrong way, you know. And they might just like ditch your truck right there, or they might just drive your truck, to their house, you know, keep it for themselves, try to fucking sell parts off of it, you know, one thing or the other, you know. And gladly, you know, luckily for me, like, it didn't go down the way you know, it wasn't that bad, you know, because I felt like I minimized that exposure by like telling them when I had the truck in my hands, you know. And one of the best, I guess, like one of the best things like from this whole thing of all, you know, of letting go of the drivers and whatnot, was we got 19 people in here. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to mash the subscribe button, mash the like button, mash the dislike button, whatever you want to do. And drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think of this video. And anyways, back to what I was saying. Now that I made my little spiel there, one of the best things that like came out of this whole thing was, you know, one driver, like, was two drivers, two or three, I don't know, like three for the most part, most of them, because I only had like three trucks or whatever. It was like two or three drivers said, like, hey, if you ever open back up again, you're looking for a driver, let me know. I really enjoyed the time, and that's some straight up shit. I don't have to lie about that. um I can call up any of these guys, and I'm pretty sure they'll be glad to work for me, because I ain't jerk them around with miles or loads or whatever, and we treated everybody fair, and it wasn't like you know no mega carrier BS, you know what I'm saying? Now that, I don't know, that's just like something that was kind of on my mind, and I've been wanting to say. And let's see, we got, for some reason, keeping it 100. What's up? I give you much respect. You're a great businessman. Keeping it 100. Hey, if for those of you that haven't checked out Keeping It 100, go ahead and check out Keeping It 100 Experiences. Check out her channel. She has a dope channel. Always making shit on there. And Charles Brandt, good morning, man. Caught the live feed, and we got Cornell. Cornbread, what's up, brother? Point to point transportation. Jersey Trucker, we in Roosevelt in Queens right now. And I'm gonna probably just sit here. I know, like, I ain't really supposed to be parked here, because it's like a no parking sign, but I'm trying to sit here till like 8 o'clock, so the, what do you call it, so the spot market can open up, and I could look on the low board and see what they got going on, see if I could do a little short run before I get my load going out back to Ohio. But yeah, man, luckily, I was, everything transpired the best way that it possibly could have went. Could have I told the drivers, like, what's the difference in like telling them in advance and not telling them in advance? It was like, you're just gonna take a chance. Like I said, you gotta make sure, like, okay, hey, and since we're gonna close the door, ain't no more money coming in. We gotta make sure we got money for fucking IFTA, money for paying everybody and making sure everybody's getting closed out, and just other knick-knack expenses, you know what I'm saying? And that was like one of the things. So if you're going through this, and you're considering closing doors, whether you have one driver or I don't know, 100 drivers, who knows, whoever the hell was watching this, and you're considering about doing that, these are the things that you're gonna have to run in your head, whether you have trailers that you're leasing out, whether you got trailers that you own, trucks that you own, or trucks that you lease. Everything kind of has to go back to its place, and it has to get there some way. And could have I told the drivers ahead of time, and if they ditched the trucks, I could have handled it, but I'm not about to like make myself, not about to give myself that much more work. Could you imagine having like, X amount of trucks, 5 trucks, and then you told the drivers that you closing doors and ahead of time, and they just all left the truck at the truck stop with a load on it? Your phone be blowing up. All these brokers is about to be calling you guys, hey, where's my load at? And be like, hey, listen, it's gonna take me 3 weeks to get you a load, because I'm gonna be over here taking a plane trip from here, then sending this one here, and like, it'll be fucking madness, like trying to do that, on your own. So if my drivers are watching this, hey, I appreciate everything that you guys did, and thank you for taking it, being relieved as good as you guys took it, and nobody was up in their feelings or anything like that. And right now we're probably gonna cut this short, because let's see, it's 7:07. Still got some time here, but I'm gonna enjoy my bacon, egg, and cheese. But yeah, man. I had wanted to make another video. I don't know how many times I should be coming up on here, but I think twice a week is twice a week. I need to try to be coming up on here and making a video. So far I'm like I just try to stay doing the 1 week, one video kind of shit. But I need to I need to be doing this a lot more because there's a lot of stuff I could be talking about that could help somebody out. On in Cleveland, brother, what's up, man? Hey, I gotta get me an Indian shirt. Good to see you rolling again, brother. And Red Duchess Trucker, guess she's checking out. Hey guys, appreciate you guys coming in. It was gonna be a short live feed, and just something that was kind of on my mind, and hopefully I can stay here for the next hour without the cops saying some shit, saying kicking me off, because I don't want to start getting on the freaking BQE or the freaking highway at this time, because it's just gonna be a fucking traffic mess. Like, I'd rather wait till like 9 o'clock really before I get on the damn highway to go to Long Island. But anyways, folks, it was a real pleasure talking to y'all. All right. For those of you guys still watching, don't forget on your way out, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell on your way out so you get notified when we put a new video out. And at the end of the day, the choice is simple: you get busy living or you get busy dying, folks. And if I don't get to come on here for Memorial Day, stay safe, be blessed, and happy Memorial Day to all the fallen soldiers and veterans, and vice versa. And I hope you guys enjoy that day.